welcome to week 1 of Realmathon. I am going to be trying to do weekly reading vlogs for this readathon. I did it last year and today is the 2nd of March, so the readathon started yesterday, but I was just kind of having like a rough mental health day yesterday, so the last thing I wanted to do was film anything, so the vlog is kind of starting a day late. But I think this is probably the earliest this has ever happened because I haven't even started the vlog. And I've DNF'd my first book of the month and the first book of my readathon TBR. If you watched my TBR video for the readathon, I did mention that I didn't think I was going to end up liking Blackthorn. And yeah, I just couldn't really get into it. I skipped along a bit and read a bit further into the book just to see if that would kind of grab my attention, but it didn't. So this has already been DNF'd. But I am about to head out. I need to go to the gym and I need to post some parcels, and then this afternoon I need to go and do a food shop, but I think I'll be home between now and then. So I have my TBR for the readathon all kind of stacked up there, so I will wait until I get home to pick another book. I also had carried over a book from February, Zodiac Academy book 4, Shadow Princess, and I was hoping to have finished that yesterday so I could just start fresh today with the vlog and the first book of the readathon, but I didn't end up finishing it. I've got 5 hours left of the audiobook, so I might try and listen to it in the gym to get a bit of it down, and hopefully I will be able to finish it today if I just listen to it all day on audio. And then yeah, when I get home I'm gonna pick my first read. I'm looking a mess because I've just got back from the gym. So after the gym I popped into the town centre that was nearby and I went in the works because I was looking for, I've just realised this is damaged, I was looking for a Now Back to You by BK Borison with the sprayed edge, and I'm so excited. But I've just noticed the top is kind of damaged, but that's okay, books get damaged when you read them anyway. Then whilst I was in there I also found Across the Vanishing Sky by Catherine Cowles with a sprayed edge. And then in the 3 for £7.50 deal they had House of Bane and Blood and City of Mirth and Malice by Alexis L. Menard, and I was with my mum, so she got like another book to make up the deal. And whilst I was out I got an email from a publishing house inviting me to a book event next week, which is crazy. It's in London. I'm desperate to go. I'm trying to find a way to sort it out and get there. And then when I got home I found some book mail on the doorstep from Hatchet. So I don't know what this is. I am gonna go open it and then I will show you when it's all opened up. But yeah, today has kind of turned out very unexpected. Okay, so I opened the package and it's actually from Bloomsbury, so I'm really excited about that. I wasn't expecting a package from them today. So I think I did see the title on the back of the box. They put like the ISBN number, so we shall see. We've got a blue cover. It's called Moral Ambition: How to Find Your Purpose by Rutger Bregman. And I think this is a non-fiction. 80,000 hours, 10,000 days, one life, a guide to making it count. So I'm not too sure what this is actually about, but yeah, it is a non-fiction book, but I'm gonna have to actually look it up to see what it's about because there's no blurb on this arc. But that is really exciting. I'm looking forward to finding out a little bit more about this one. I still haven't finished the next one's Cursed Face, Shadow Princess. I didn't listen to it in the gym, but I have listened to a little bit more of it since I've been home. So I'm about 4.5 hours from finishing, and I really don't want to pick my next book until I have finished that one. But at the same time, I feel like I'm doing this reading vlog and I haven't actually started. Well, I mean, I have started, I've DNF'd a book, but I haven't really got anywhere with the TBR. So I'm going to try and listen to it as much as I can this afternoon before I pick the next book. Right now I'm feeling either Blood Oath or Bourbon and Lies, but I'm a big mood reader, so we'll see what I'm in the mood for by the time I actually get around to picking. It's Tuesday evening, it is coming up to 5 o'clock. I didn't film anything today because I thought I'm not going to film until I finish reading that Zodiac Academy book, and I managed to finish it this afternoon. And then I popped out, and whilst I was out I went to the library and they had a library sale on, but they had 3 books for £1, so I bought 3 books and then I've borrowed 2 books, and I think both of those were only on 2-week loans, so I'm gonna have to adjust them into my TBR for this readathon. But the 3 I bought were Love Boat Taipei by Abigail Hing Wen, The Opposite of Falling Apart by Mika Good, and The Damned. This one, I read the first book, The Beautiful, and I really liked it, so I was really excited to find it. And yeah, they were 3 for £1. And then the 2 that I borrowed, this one's on a 2-week loan, is Watermoon. I have heard mixed things about this one, but it just sounded really good, so I've been looking for it. And then also The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy, another one that I've been wanting to try but I didn't want to commit to buying. So yeah, I was actually kind of shocked to see this in the library today. So they're what I picked up, but I think I'm gonna pick a book from my initial TBR to start. Obviously Zodiac Academy, I finished book 4 today and book 5 is on the TBR, but I'm not kind of counting that as my next read because I've downloaded the audio and I have work the next couple of days and I'm going to listen to that whilst I'm at work to get that done. So I'm going to pick my first physical book. I haven't read a physical book in a while where I've been doing this reread because I've mostly been listening to them on audio. So I'm going to have a look at the TBR and pick something to read finally. Actually, do you know what? I think I am going to start Watermoon just because I've got like the 2-week loan looming over me. But also my ID in a Black Fawn, I know one of the prompts I was using for that was a book out of your comfort zone, and I feel this would match it because this isn't typically something that I would read. So I'm going to go for this, and then once I start it I'm going to see which other prompts I can match it to. But like I said, I have work tomorrow, and on the days I have work I have like very early evenings, so I'm going to run myself a bath. I'm probably going to do some skincare and then I will settle down and start Watermoon. So I will probably update you on that when I get home from work tomorrow, which will be the 4th day of the readathon, and I'm technically then only really starting the first pick, but it's fine. It is Thursday. I didn't film anything yesterday because I didn't really read much and I also wasn't feeling great, so when I got home from work I just basically slept all afternoon. But yeah, today's Thursday the 5th of March. It is World Book Day, so happy World Book Day. My reading updates, I am still reading Watermoon. I'm up to page 61, which is the start of chapter 11, and I have mixed feelings on this one. It got off to like a really great start, and within the first chapter I was thinking I want to go buy a physical copy of this one. There were some quotes that I really wanted to tab and highlight, but obviously I couldn't do that because this is a library book. But the more I'm kind of reading, I'm just a bit confused as to what the story is actually about. So it's kind of giving the same vibe as What You Were Looking For in the Library that I read a couple of months ago that I really liked. But we have a father and daughter and they have a pawn shop. So when people come along, they will either see a ramen restaurant and then they will open the door and they will either enter this ramen restaurant or they will enter this pawn shop. And instead of like dealing in items, they deal in choices, so you have to like give up a choice to them, and that I don't really understand. Like, I'm really liking the writing and I feel it's very quotable, but I just don't really understand that concept and how giving up the choices work. And I have been taking my time with reading this one to try and take it all in properly, but even really slowing down, it doesn't really make too much sense to me. So I don't know, I think I'm going to give it a couple more chapters because I don't want to DNF this and I do want to try and finish a book this week. But at the same time, I don't know if I'm just not in the right headspace for this, and I don't want to push on and read a book if I'm not going to fully understand it. So yeah, I think I'm going to give it to chapter 15, and then audio wise I'm still listening to Zodiac Academy book 5 Cursed Fates, and I'm 40% in with that. But like I said, I won't go into detail on that because it is nearly midway through a 13 book series. So is there 12 books or is there 13 books in it? Anyway, I don't want to give any spoilers for that series, so
yeah, I'm going to read a bit more of this today, and I will let you know on whether I'm going to continue it or DNF it. But I think even if I DNF it, it's going to be a soft DNF, and it will be one that I want to go back to. I'm just in a bit of a funky headspace at the minute, and I think that could be affecting my reading quite a bit. I've made some sales on my Etsy that I need to send today. I just need to sort out some of the like little bits that you can see here, but I have a Manga Drive sign, To Be Read Road, and a personalised library sign. So yeah, you have to like burn off these excess bits of filament, which I am always too nervous to do, so I'm going to wait for Jamie to get home to do that. But yeah, I have 3 orders that I need to package and send today. So I was trying to package up my parcels, and I realised that one of the long To Be Read will not fit in the shipping bags that I've got, so I'm gonna have to do a quick run to B&M, and then I'm gonna go post those. But I read a little bit more of Watermoon, and I have decided that I am gonna soft DNF it for the moment, just because like I am liking it, I'm just not loving it, and I feel that if I gave it the real time and attention, that it could be a potential favourite read for me. So just because it's like a 2-week loan on the library looming over me, and the fact I want to finish a book for this readathon, I am gonna soft DNF it for the minute and return it to the library, and yeah, I will pick it up again at a later date. And then I'm gonna try and pick another book to read. Hopefully this will be one that I stick with. It's Friday, and I'm going to take a bit of a break from the Zodiac Academy audios because I think that's why I'm just feeling so slumpy. So I'm going to go into Blood Oath by Morgan B. Lee. From what I know, this is a Why Choose vampire romance, and I'm pretty sure that I started it on Kindle once, and I think I DNF'd it, but I really want to give it another go because I got this gorgeous edition from Smut and Sips. Yeah, I am going to start this one, and hopefully this is going to be the first book finished for the readathon, and hopefully I will finish this before the vlog ends and I start week 2. Otherwise, we're going to have an entire week 1 readathon vlog with no finished books, which will be a shame. I apologise for the lighting. After having literally the first sunny day here in the UK, it's back to rain and gloom, and you would not think by this lighting it is like nearly 1 p.m. in the afternoon. But I have started Blood Oath, and so this is supposed to be a break from Zodiac Academy. This is a Why Choose, and they're at an academy, and I thought it was vampires, but it turns out there's all kinds of shifters. So it is very similar to Zodiac Academy, but we have our female main character, and she was a human, and most people in this world are kind of born to be able to like shift or have some kind of elemental magic, but in rare cases there are humans who come into power, and that's what's happened to our female main character. So she has come to this university, and there's this thing called like quintets where 5 people are kind of like matched and bonded together, and she has just had her, it's called the Seeking, and she has been matched with like a prince, a professor, a vampire, and a dragon shifter, and she is really like mysterious, and I'm not too sure how I feel about her at the moment. But yeah, the point I've got to is they've just been paired, and the next chapter is the first chapter that's from a different character's point of view, and we're gonna hear, I think it's the dragon shifter's point of view. And yeah, she has kind of gone into this saying that she was hoping not to get matched to anyone, but now she has, she's going to reject it. But I don't think these guys are going to let her go. So I'm interested enough, and as I'm reading it, I thought that I had started it and DNF'd it, but it doesn't seem very familiar. So I'm liking it. I would say at the minute it's like a 4-star, just because I'm not too sure on our female main character, but I am liking it. It's quite fast paced, but yeah, I'm hoping it's not going to end up like too similar to Zodiac Academy, because I did want a break from that, and this is kind of like a different version of that. But yeah, I'm liking it so far. Yes, I'm still sat in the same spot, but I'm having a lazy day. I've been reading more of Blood Oath, and I'm over 100 pages in it, and I am still liking it. So Maven, our female main character, has some kind of like task that she's been given, and that's I think why she's at the university. I think she has made a blood oath, which is a really powerful unbreakable bond to do something, because she keeps mentioning that she is on a mission. But we're almost halfway through the book, and there's been no hints and nothing towards what this mission is, whether she's looking for something, whether she's after someone. Like, it doesn't say. And at first it was like a bit of a mystery, but it feels like it's kind of being dragged out, and she keeps referring to her mission, but she's not made any attempts to do anything towards this mission. All she's trying to do is just like push her mates away whilst they're trying to get her to open up. So it is just kind of a little bit confusing, because I thought her mission was going to be like a main plot line of the story. However, she just keeps saying like my mission, but there's nothing actually happening in regards to this mission. We don't know what it is, and that is starting to kind of take a little bit of the enjoyment out of the book for me, because even if the mission isn't going to be revealed, I would like to have seen her working towards it. And like I say, we're like halfway through the book and nothing's happened in that regard, and I think that could have been something that's really, really interesting. So I am going to continue reading it. Like, I am going to finish it. I am liking it, but that is just kind of letting it down a little for me. I thought by now we would know more of the plot, but yeah, I think this is part of a series, so I'm hoping we do find out what this mission is, because they keep talking about timelines, and the first 2 weeks of the book jumped really, really quickly. When she first joined the academy, there was 2 weeks until this seeking ceremony, which happened in like within the first 5 chapters, I think. So yeah, I'm almost done with chapter 12. So yeah, I'm like pretty much almost halfway through. So I just thought more would have been revealed by this point, and I'm really hoping that we're going to see her on this mission, and it's going to happen before the end of this book, because at the minute I don't know if this is a series that I'm potentially going to continue, and I hope that it's not something that's going to be dragged out throughout the series, because I want to know what this mission is. And when she mentions this mission, she's like, if any of her mates find out that this is what she's doing, they will kill her. So I don't know if she's going against them or their families, and it's just really, really intriguing, but it's just not getting mentioned more than I need to focus on my mission. But like, what is it? What are you doing? I feel it's really, really focusing on having these alpha men that will do anything for their mate that they've just met, and really forcing that over the actual underlying plot point that I think should be there. It's Saturday. I'm sorry if you can't hear my other half listening to football on the TV, but it is, I think it's about maybe 2 o'clock. I haven't actually checked the time, but I worked this morning, and then when I finished work, I actually came home, got changed, and we went shopping. I wanted to go to Miniso, but I didn't end up finding anything that I actually wanted in there, so basically just ended up getting lunch. But reading update, so yesterday I made really good progress with Blood Oath. I read some more before bed last night, and I got to page 233. There's 344 pages, so I will definitely be able to finish this today. I might be going out this evening, so I'm going to spend the next couple of hours trying to finish this today. I think at the minute it's sitting at a 4-star. Last time I spoke was about how our female main character is on a mission, and we still don't know what that is. But we are slowly kind of starting to see her wanting to give in to these mate bonds with the guys in her quintet, and yeah, I'm really liking it. I wouldn't say it's like an all-time favourite, but I probably will continue the series. But the chapters are all kind of 10 pages and under, so it's a really easy book to binge. So yeah, that's my plan for the rest of the afternoon, is to try and finish Blood Oath. Okay, so I have now finished Blood Oath. I gave it 4 stars. I do still need to upload it. I think on the Discord there should be, I haven't checked it yet, but there should be the link to like log your book, so I still haven't done that yet to put the points up for my team. But yeah, 4 stars. I think my question about the mission, it still wasn't explained, but I have a gist of what it was based off the end, and it is extremely, extremely slow burn. This isn't, I wouldn't say this is spoilery, but yeah, it takes till pretty much to the end of the book for Maven to give in to wanting to try, and there is finally some spice between them all. Yeah, I will continue the series. I've had a look. There are 4 books. I don't know if it is completed 4 books or if there are more to come, but I think that's a pretty manageable series, so I will be continuing it at some point. But I'm going to end this first weekly vlog here. I want to apologise that
it's literally been nothing but updates and not too much of me really doing anything exciting. So if you made it to the end, then wow, thank you. But yeah, like I have some exciting things next week. I have the book event, so yeah, I am probably gonna pick, like, it is Sunday today, so I will start the next vlog tomorrow, but I might pick my next read and start that tonight so that I can start tomorrow's vlog with an actual update. But at least we finally got a book in. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you are taking part in Realmathon, I'd love to know how you got on in the first week, although by the time this goes up we might be in like the second or third week of Realmathon. But anyway, if you're taking part, let me know how you are getting on with it. I would love to know, what books have you read so far, how many points have you got for your team. But yeah, I will see you again next week with probably the next Realmathon vlog. We'll see.